What's going on, guys? This is Miasin and welcome to what might honestly be one of the best games I've ever had in a while. I went second against Brave Prank Kids, which is unanimously considered to be one of the best decks in the entire format. And again, I'm going second with 0 handshots. My opponent is very good at the game. Drew right of Amnesia, the Prank Kids, Ash, which is like the best handshot against me because even if I have branded lost, I still lose to Ash on branded fusion. Yes, Super Poly, all the beautiful package, and I actually have to use my brain to break his board. I really can't, just go activate branded fusion, mirror shade banish. No, I'm gonna have to do a little more than that. So yeah, this game is probably going to be proving how ridiculously good Despiad is as a deck, because going first you make a lot of negates, and going second you break boards. You also make interruptions while you break boards, and your opponent can't respond to jack shit thanks to this beautiful continuous spell card. So before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe, check me out on Twitch and Instagram. I really appreciate it, thank you in advance. And now let's jump right into it. Alright, so again, I'm going second, my opponent is good, so right of Amnesia, summon the token, and then get Journey of Destiny, normal summon the Prank Kids, and then go Meow Meow, Chainlink 1, and then Chainlink 2, chain blocking the Lampseas. So we're gonna get the Equip spell and summon the Dropseas, which should have been Fancies actually. Now Doodle Doo, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, again, the Doodle Doo should have been the Chainlink 1 and then the Prank Kid Engraved Chainlink 2, because if I Ogre you now, you kind of lose a little bit because you don't have the Griffin on the field yet. So yeah, now he's gonna search the Pranks, which I don't know if that's really the card I would have went with. I mean, it can make sense because your Fancies can actually send the Pandemonium, and then you can recycle back 2 cards, but whatever. And now he's going to go Journey of Destiny, search the Griffin Rider. A little too late. I think he should have done that a few plays ago, but it's... no, hold on. No, actually, that's not too late. I'm stupid. Anyways, now he's going to summon the Griffin Rider, equip back the Equip spell. He's not even gonna care about Battle Butler or anything like that. No. The Prank Kid monsters, all they do is just make Verte. That's it, that's all. Yeah, this card should not exist. Anyways, he's going to go pay 2k, summon Phoenix Enforcer. Absolutely beautiful, man. What a fantastic Prank Kid deck. And then go set Super Poly, end phase, shuffle back 3 cards, but I already said that this guy was skillful at Yu-Gi mode. So what do you think he's going to be drawing? Of course he's gonna draw a card that he can actually use against me on my turn, which is Ghost Bell and Haunted Motherfucking Mansion. But, my opponent is skillful, but I'm also skillful. So my hand is the absolute crack, like literally unfair, and I'm gonna be drawing Patchwork for turn because I'm just too good, man. I'm just too good. So, just casually activate Pot of Greed, just like that. And, speaking of Pot of Greed, how about I draw 2 cards, I banish a card that searches a card, and then I use Upstart Goblin, draw 1, and recycle back the card that I banished. So, how many cards do I have in my hand? I'll give you a hint. It's approximately a lot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 9 cards in hand. Bro, I haven't even summoned a monster. I went from 6 cards to 9 cards in hand. What? Are you kidding me? This is insane. So with 9 cards in my hand, I might actually be able to push through 5 interruptions because this is Phoenix Enforcer, Griffin Rider, Omni Negate. This is a untargetable pop on either player's turn. And he also has Super Poly, which is ridiculously good, Ghost Bell, which could be good, and Ash, which is very good because even with Branded Lost, I cannot protect myself from Ash on the Branded Fusion because Ash negates the effect and not the activation. So he's definitely in a good position, but my deck is just too good, so it's not going to be enough. I'm going to go normal summon a Luber effect, and He's gonna unfortunately gonna fall for it, so he's gonna Ash, which is 1,000,000,000% incorrect. You never Ash a Luber. You always hold your Ash for the Branded Fusion because Branded Fusion is once per turn as well. And if I hard draw Branded Fusion, you lose. And on top of that, there's another way for me to search Branded Fusion with the Spriggan's Kit. So don't fall for the Luber bait or like the branded opening bait. It's like the oldest trick in the book. Anyways, now I activate my Branded Lost. I have 2 cards on the field and 7 in hand. Oh man, I'm feeling so comfortable right now. And this honestly is like the most decisive play because he's gonna go Phoenix Enforcer pop on the activation, which is again 1,000,000,000% incorrect. He should have let me use the Polymerization and then chain Phoenix Enforcer to destroy the Aluber. That way, I can't summon Guardian Chimera because I need 2 monsters, well, at least 1 monster on the field. Now, even if he did that, he still would have lost because I had Branded Opening, so I could have chained to the Phoenix Enforcer and then summon a monster. So even if he destroys the Aluber, I can still summon Guardian Chimera. But it's still the play I personally would have went for, but yeah, whatever, it is what it is. So now I'm going to go Polymerization, he's going to go Griffin Negate, which makes... I'm not gonna lie, kind of no sense, but again, it is what it is. He thinks I only have like 1, and he thinks I don't have Branded Fusion because I didn't, get to search with the Aluber. But the thing is, I have so many cards in my hand. It's not even that I sacked you with a Branded Fusion anymore, because I drew like crazy. So now I'm actually just gonna go for Polymerization again, make Guardian Chimera, and the most unfair thing in the entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now, Chain Blocking Guardian Chimera, a card that destroys cards on my opponent's field without targeting, draws cards, and on top of that, you can't really respond to the Guardian Chimera because it is simply just happening in Chainlink 1 while the Edgem Chain is chain blocking right now in Chainlink 2. So everything is going to resolve just like that. I search Patchwork, I destroy the last interruption, well, the last interruption on the field, which is Super Poly. So now he's already down to just Ghost Bell, and I still have so many cards in my hand, so I'm going to go Branded Opening. I'm going to be pitching the Tragedy, summon the Dramaturge, because this can actually negate on my opponent's field. So this is like summoning an interruption, which also applies pressure. Not too bad. And the Tragedy is going to be searching for Ad Libitum, so again, I never lose resources. I'm breaking boards left and freaking right, and on top of that, I always have so many cards in my hand. So now I'm going Albion by sending, I believe, Fairy Tale Snow. Good. Even if I don't kill my opponent, I still win because every single time I summon monsters, I'm getting more interruptions on the field. Albion effect is going to be summoning a monster, a Mirror Jade right away, and the Dramaturge is going to be negating the Phoenix Enforcer, so my monsters become high attack again. Although, to be fair, this didn't really matter because I can simply banish, well, either the Phoenix Enforcer or the token, but now Battle Phase, I'm going to go Super Poly, and then fuse away the Phoenix Enforcer as well as my Dramaturge. To make the Drago Stapelia, Dramaturge is going to be able to recycle itself back, but not really because of the Ghost Bell, which is 100% fine by me because I still have Fairy Tale Snow, and I can banish that token. So even without the Fairy Tale Snow, even if on top of that he had DD Crow for my Fairy Tale Snow, it still wouldn't have been enough because I can OTK with Guardian Chimera, Mirror Jade, Drago Stapelia, Ad Libitum, being a follow-up for next turn because I'm going to have the Branded in Red that I'm going to get with the end phase effect of Albion. So I'm going to be able to make like another freaking Guardian Chimera, revive back the Mirror Jade, draw 2 cards just like that, you know, why not? And search a card again or revive back the Dramaturge. So another freaking negate. This is like, what is this, man? Oh my, look at how many cards I made my opponent lose in like a split second. It's crazy. Against Despia, you just blink and you die. You have to use your negates to absolute perfection, and the main card that you really have to be afraid of is Guardian Chimera, because if this card hits the field, there's a very limited amount of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That really deal with this card. And now you might be thinking, well, it's easy to just Forbidden Chalice or Effect Veiler it, but not really, because if you have Polymerization in the graveyard, you're just not going to be able to target the Guardian Chimera, so now your options have drastically decreased, and you're now relying on drawing cards like Forbidden Droplet, very specifically to out Guardian Chimera. And even then, there are still other ways to be dodging cards like Forbidden Droplet, so if you don't send like a spell card with a Forbidden Droplet, what I could be doing would be like chaining Branded in Red, recycle back a card from my grave, and then fuse away for another monster, and my Guardian Chimera still, you know, destroys cards on my opponent's field. So that's a really crafty way. You can also play around, you know, I don't know, Skill Drain and stuff like that. And even Fairy Tale Snow allows me to protect my Guardian Chimera, even if you have Forbidden Droplet, if you send like a spell or trap this time. So yeah, the world is absolutely your oyster with this deck. I'm just like the biggest fan. It's actually crazy how I managed to go from like being indifferent about this deck to just like loving this deck completely because of the high skill cap, honestly. And I'm not really not trying to say that I'm good with the deck because I'm still like in the learning process. Although I do admit that I've been in the learning process for a little too long, which is a little pathetic because the YCS is going to happen in like a week and a half or something. But yo, it's at least I'm trying, okay? So yeah, absolutely ridiculously good deck. If you are good at the game and you really want to play a deck that rewards you for being good, for putting in the effort, I think Despia is absolutely the way to go. So I really hope you guys were able to learn a thing or two and most importantly enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you leave a comment, a like, and a subscribe. That would really help me out a lot, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.